been thinking about getting a haircut for a while now. Obviously, due to current circumstances, that is slightly difficult, but I think thanks to Gintama, I've now added a whole nother level of worry. Luckily though, I live in Britain and not the topsy-turvy world of Gintama, so instead of having my head slammed into the wash basin, having impromptu dental surgery, I'm more likely just to get stabbed. Actually, in my area, it's definitely more of a drive-by insult. No one sticks around long enough to actually cause any damage. But other than just being constantly reminded of everyone's favourite Mr. Bean, let's see some more hair antics. Was that horse there before? The fact it's starting off once again with the host club storyline and what Bumchin Shinpachi. Kintoki. Gintama. If you didn't get the pun and you don't know kanji, kin is gold. So. As well as like balls or something. I can't remember that. Just having their ass completely kicked. Tiny Sadaharu. The only good prince is a prince who doesn't talk. Also, the less Gintama characters I see that are blonde, the happier I'll be. Seeing the old man finally getting what he deserves, but I hope this isn't going to be the entire episode. I think a tiny little intro sequence like this would be all I could really handle. Don't look at the camera. No, don't continue it. Okay, next time I visit my parents, I'm actually going to look for my bass. Just so I can play that opening, 5 seconds. I don't want the time to come when the homeless man and everyone's favourite Hasegawa actually form a close-knit relationship. Hemorrhoid Ninja is also someone we haven't seen for a while. And there are little character traits which have been left by the wayside, and with the meaning of they've been doing more with the characters, kind of like with I can't remember his name other than Torshador? And his love of mayonnaise. Why are you putting, is that the radish thing you find in cheap bentos? Remastered in proper aspect ratio. We are not worthy. Why would you take it out of the establishment? Like, do you just... How many books has this old man collected by just taking them out of stores? Is that how the top knot came to be? Shogun. You see, I'm kind of curious as to how a top knot actually functions as hair, but at the same time, I don't want to put in more effort than I have to, which is none. Having the shogun see what the masses have to live with might be alright, but no, nothing's good's gonna come out of this. We've seen what happens when he... well, we got little glimpses of what happened last time the shogun arrived. And the less mosaics Gintama shows me, the happier I am. The faces they were pulling are not the faces I want my barber to make. You're not a great bodyguard. No, it didn't take him long. And yeah, he's in no danger whatsoever, even though Zura is sitting right there. Please take a seat. Do you have a catalogues of hair types and haircuts that you can get him to point to one to give you an idea? I do like how the Shogun is actually given a dignified, kind of piercing glare. Even though he's put in situations that degrade him. Well, I think a lot of people are not going to be cutting hair for any time soon. Those three are setting a precedent. They're in trouble. Completely bored. She was just giving a bit of conditioner. Got to work it in nice and deep in the follicles. It's not a hairband. Ah! Now I know where it comes from! She does need to chew. Also, how did it reach the front of his head? It's kind of like the kunai in the arc we just went past. It wasn't there a second ago. Have you made sure that it's of temperature? Give him confidence. That is an impressive face towel you have there. It has the ability to duplicate. I think Gintoki has solved world hunger there, as long as you don't mind those things that are in cheap ramen. I say that, but that's unfair. Well, didn't Gintoki unlock the super ultimate technique of, like, the thigh ripple? I could do without the little soggy sound effects. Yeah, when it's on his eye... Oh, it's a straight razor. Take it away from her. When you... No, it's fine. He can go first. It's like watching Sweeney Todd. He can probably hear you, you know. What else did you get? Shh. How fast can you leave town? The horsefly catcher, this I can see being a smashing success. Yeah, I'll be sure to pre-order my copy. I've seen worse superheroes though, so... And that was the sound of their future disappearing in front of their eyes. Staple it back on. What is a shogun without his top knot? That is quite the pitch. Why would you... Also, Shinpachi shouting like that isn't helping your case. It's gonna get covered, isn't it, due to that dog? They're talking about it enough. Hmm. How is the shogun just nonchalantly still laying there? Um, I don't want the imagery of a golden retriever poop as a top knot. Are they just going to keep trying to find different things to disguise it? But disguise as a top knot? Well, there's only so much you can be able to pull back. That's quite the drastic length reduction. He's. There's a bit. Yeah, a bit longer than that. Keep pulling. How tough is. That's not how hair functions. How tough is his scalp? He's having an impromptu facelift. Ugh. I'm sure he's going to absolutely love this new look he's achieved. He looks like most of California. If you wanted a face that can strike fear into the enemies, you might have got it. Could he even see his own reflections? I haven't thought of it before, but the Shogun is so very patient after everything he's gone through. Of course it does. I feel sorry for the owner of this place. He's going to bear the brunt of the punishment. What's that? Did you just make it out of floor scrapings? Not the word I would use. Is it growing? What kind of hair was used to make it? I'm trying my best not to look. I mean, at least they're doing my boy Condor not dirty, though. It was at least generous with the mosaic. Ha! I mean, Condor was already in there for a haircut, so surely it'd be easy just to take it from his head. Borrowing, yeah, they just get completely least conspicuous part of his hair. It's just a minor setback for the master of disguise. Yep, just keep cutting, it will get better. Anyone coming to the door of this hairdresser's sees the three people sitting there, one with his face pulled tight, one with his pants down, and then Katsura. You see, you had quite a while to just run away. But no, you've got to make it worse and worse. Has she actually returned the victor? Or she went out and bought some food? What was that what was that squelch? Kagura, by any chance, when you were chasing the dog... that was the moment to run, was it? Oh, Jesus Christ. It soaked more than that. Have you... He's learned a lesson. He's going to be a better leader due to this experience. If all of them were like this place, yeah, they do need to change. Is there any reason why Hiroko is put in back of Katsura's head? At least now, Kondo and Katsura have something else in common. They've been completely wronged. I need to go out and buy manga more often. Yeah, that makes sense. Unfortunately, I can see someone being arrested for looking like Shinpachi there. There's probably quite a few who have comb-overs and glasses. I can think of one strongest Yato. I'm actually shocked that more places haven't already completely barred this trio. And like I think I said, at least I know I repeated it when I was talking about this to people on my Discord on our after episode voice chats. Join now if you haven't. This is an alright ending. It's not the best, but the art style is at least different enough to give it that kind of instant recognizability. And you can't go wrong with that expression on Kagura. Oh, that is a face of death. Luckily, I've never suffered from insomnia, so that's not something I can relate to. Oh, this is going to be an entire episode thing. So, the entire plot of this bit was, we've accidentally cut off the Shogun's top knot. We've got to find alternatives to replace it with, because in our haste to not acknowledge that we fucked up, we're going to dispose of the evidence by putting it through the door and causing as much scene as possible. And then, if that wasn't enough, replacing it with canine street leavings and a pubic toupee. Yeah, that's Gintama. But one thing that has definitely been solidified in my mind is that, well, jobs should have restrictions on who can apply for them. You don't want anyone to just roll up and start cutting away. But if you enjoyed it, please let me know. And this is the toughest decision yet. But let me know in the comments section which is more preferable if you had to go with it as a haircut. Pubes or poop? I'll let that linger for a moment. But subscribe to the channel. Get some rest. See you in the next one.
It's gotten to the point where I'm questioning whether or not we'll just be okay with whatever the hairdresser decides to give us. Now that I've seen Gintama take a literal shit on top of someone's head and be like, yeah, that's great, thanks, I'm not sure any of us are in a place to complain anymore. Well, separate to that, I have to thank my patrons, Sal, Raywin, Dynamite 1997, Shiwan, Stinsfire, Mecha, Jennifer Rojas, Big Boy, Dark Shadow 7899 and everyone else, because they are the bounty to the warrant that is my channel. So thank you.